Okay, we got something from Cosmic Verse. Let's get into it.
I literally don't think that people who aren't single mothers understand how hard it is to be a single mother.
We're having a dating crisis in 2024. The dating apps don't work. I'm at a loss. I'm a 4-year-old single mom.
As a single mom, it is so hard to date.
It's important to understand men have preferences as well. It's just not their first choice.
Men are, once people found out I was a single mom and I had 2 kids, they had no interest in me anymore.
Dating as a single parent is so difficult. It's hard to find the time to date.
I feel like the hardest part about dating as a single mom is that...
So far, I've heard the hardest part is not finding someone to handle their baggage.
I've been a single mum for about 18 months now, so I feel like I'm pretty qualified to chat on the topic.
All right.
Does it get easier? No. However, do you get hotter? Yes. And a win's a win.
What?
So you'll be fine.
Our next contestant is Warren. Okay, so there's no more balloons, so go ahead and go.
Women would not want to date a single father with children for the only reason, not because they're turned off by like that, I guess, family dynamic, but because they don't want to enter a relationship already being the second person that they love. They don't want to ever have to compete with the children because there actually is no competition when there's kids. Like, she's never going to win.
Right. So don't you think when men say the same thing, then maybe their opinion should be taken as valid as well? Or is that not a thing?
Against your children, you know what I mean? So where do you stand on that? Do you agree with that? Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, I agree 100%. I feel like women...
Yet the second a guy says he doesn't want to date a single mom, all hell breaks loose.
I heard that hot girls aren't wearing leggings anymore to run errands.
Okay.
So then, what are we wearing?
Regular clothes.
Men are this age. Like, I'm 34, and so like when I was on dating apps and I was like really trying to find someone to date, just like put myself out there, like the number of times like I would match with so many guys and then they would just not respond to me. Once people found out I was a single mom and I had 2 kids, they had no interest in me anymore.
I don't think those men are not wanting to date someone with kids. They might have their own kids already, or just don't want the extra responsibility of raising someone else's.
That, and did you take time to tell them on your profile, hey, I have a kid, just FYI? I've seen it to where when I was on dating apps, there would be a good number of women, that would not mention that they had a kid, right? And then I would find out either some way they had another dating profile and you would find out that they actually did have a kid. And when you would tell them, hey, I didn't really know that you had a kid, they would get upset about it. Like, how dare you, not want to be with me because I have a kid? Well, you should have said that from the get-go. I'm not your target audience. I'm not saying that you're a bad person. I'm just saying I'm not interested because I don't want to go straight into fatherhood. I just don't want to do that. They look at you like you didn't say something wrong.
If they're losing interest, it's likely because they're choosing not to take on the challenges that come with dating a single mother, like baby daddy drama, extra finances, and the expectation of him stepping up and providing. It's really that simple.
Are single mothers more or less desirable by men?
I think they're more desirable.
Interesting. Don't even hide it.
Yo, what is up with men? And I know this is always a topic.
And what specific topic is this video going to be about?
Here, but I'm generally speaking about why do men have a hard time helping women?
They don't have a hard time helping women, but they've been told to leave women alone.
Something that I have observed, not only in my personal life, but literally in the outside world, because I'm a watcher. Men will stand there. The women will have all the bags, the kids, the suitcases, the luggage. She'll be doing everything. He's just standing there.
I wonder, did she ask for help?
They'll just be standing there, like just watching the woman suffer as if it brings them some kind of pleasure. From my perspective, it looks like that because I'll just be looking and I'm just like, anybody would help that woman right now. Why are you just standing there? Y'all are the men.
I guess some women do need men after all, if for nothing more than to carry heavy objects.
Exactly.
But I guess one didn't take into consideration that a lot of men stopped helping women because whenever they do, Many times they're often told that they're not doing it right, they're doing it wrong, and the woman will just redo it anyway after making the man feel about 1 inch tall.
Exactly.
Gee, I can't imagine why more men wouldn't want to help out.
Well, she said,
just in case you needed a reason to date a single mom. We're busy. We're in carpool lines. We're taking kids to sports on the weekends. We're not going to waste your time. And if we want you, it's on.
As a single mom, it is so hard to date. Like, I feel like I do not have the energy, the capacity, or the time to go out with these people, because I'm almost like, if you're taking time from me and my kids, you need to be worth it. And then I go on the date for 5 minutes and I'm just like, I'm paying a babysitter right now. I had to beg my mother. To watch these kids for you. And in the middle of the date, I'm just like pissed off. Like, I'm so irritated that I hired a babysitter or that I had to beg my family for you. So guys, can we please really consider not wasting a single mom's time on a date? And I'm not trying to be like that girl, but it's just, man, it is not easy.
I mean, sure, I get it. If I can put myself in your shoes, I paid somebody and now you're out here wasting my time. But don't you think that maybe you could call them before and get to know them a little bit before you go out on a date? Maybe ask some qualifying questions. Like, I think so many times people have gotten so lazy in dating that, and maybe a little bit apprehensive that they don't ask the tough questions right up front. Just because you ask a tough question doesn't mean that you have to ask it in a way that makes you come off as a jerk. Like, if they don't want to answer the question, then maybe they're not for you. Like, you could ask, okay, you know, well, what about you? I mean, do you have kids, or what do you, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out about your life. Oh, well, I have one son, and you go on about the conversation as normal. Or you might say, so what are your goals for, you know, what do you see yourself in 5 years? Personally, I see myself with a house, and I would like to have kids in a couple of years, to be straight up with you. I know that's really, you know, it kind of throws people off, but that's what I want to do, and I'd rather not waste anybody else's time. So, you know, I like to ask the same question, and I'm always about alignment and wanting to see if everybody's on the same vibe. So I'd like to ask you, what do you think about, you know, 5 years? Where do you see yourself? What, you know, plans change, but what are you thinking? And give them space to answer. You start asking these questions, man. And just because you ask the question doesn't mean your job. Oh, I asked a good question. No, it's not done. You're not done. You're having a conversation. You're engaging with this person. This is the person that's going to be sleeping beside you for the rest of your life. This is the person that you're going to be taking care of when they're sick. So when you ask the question, ask a good question, and then sit back and listen to them. Right? You don't, oh, let me see what they got to say. No, you just listen to see if you guys are on the same page. It might be a good answer, but we're just not on the same page. We're just not going in the same direction. That's literally it. That's literally it. And so at the end of the conversation, maybe 3 or 4 hours, however long you guys talk, you can say, hey man, I really have a great time talking to you. But like I said, I do want to be upfront and honest with you. You know, when you're telling me that you had a kid, I don't think I'm ready for that. You know, and instead of, you know, wasting any more of your time, I'd rather just tell you straight up versus texting you that this is not really, I mean, it's not really my vibe. So I wish you the best, but, you know, I know it's tough out there and you probably don't want to hear this, but, you know, this is the way I feel. And leave it at that. Period. Stop wasting your time on these women. And women, if you ain't going in a certain direction, stop wasting your time on these men. Number one. Number two, there's a lot of modern women that have certain standards that are just, well, you know, I ain't gonna say that. They're not normal. I'll say it like that. And you watch enough channels if you're watching this video to know what I'm talking about. So they're a little bit out there, but you need to start paying close attention to what the man is saying But most modern women don't want to do that, and that's why they get themselves in trouble, quite honestly, in my opinion.
You let him hit it raw. You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom.
Dating as a single parent is so difficult. It's hard to find the time to date. It's hard to find good matches and people who you want to spend your time dating.
Right.
So I found the easiest way to date is definitely online dating, definitely from dating apps, trying to filter through and find the right match so that you're not wasting your precious time. When you do have time to go on a date, you know it's with somebody who's a good fit.
Oh, honey, just wait until they say it right to your face. That feels so much better.
And it shouldn't even got that far. That's what I keep on trying to tell you. You guys are out here playing around, and you don't get that men are not one to waste their money and their time. But y'all keep on optimistic. Oh man, this one's going to be different. Get your sit. You know what? You're not going to want to do the work. You don't want to do your due diligence. And you're going to keep on getting what you get.
Don't think that people who aren't single mothers understand how hard it is to be a single mother. And like, you don't have to. So like, I get it that you don't understand, but like, oh my God, let me explain my day to you. I'm in my room. So I work a 9 to 5. So today's Monday, got up at 6, went to work. Before I went to work though, I got everybody's lunch ready, made everybody breakfast, got everybody ready, got myself ready, etc. Made it to work by 9. Worked all day. Picked up my kids. Went to the grocery store to get a full week's worth of groceries. Spent $150.
Oh, not bad.
Had to lug 4 full bags of $150 worth of groceries from Aldi's.
Oh, there it is.
Mom to single mom
There
here.
it is.
Just so you know, we do understand and people do understand. They just don't give up because you're not a victim to your situation. You laid down with Shen and you did it more than once because I read your comments and you have more than one baby daddy and multiple children. That's a you problem and nobody feels bad for you. I don't understand as women, if we're so empowered, why on this app, when I open it every single day, you're crying about, oh, woe is me, my situation is so hard. Like, you created this situation and now you want people to feel bad for you. We don't. And I say that as a single mother. But not only that, everything that you listed, getting groceries after a long day and bringing them in the house and doing adult responsibilities is shit that you would do with or without children. And I'm just so sick of this narrative, like, woe is me, poor me, oh my God, I'm a single mom. Who cares? Everybody out here is struggling for the most part with or without kids. But not only that, is so many of them have so much time to sit on this app and cry about it. Maybe if you put that energy back into your children, back into your responsibilities, practice time management, you know, y'all would be having a much easier time. Like literally, even in this video, you're like saying to your child that you're in your room, but you're on your phone instead of engaging with your children. Make it make sense. So people do understand. People don't feel bad anymore. You cannot play victim in situations that you created. Okay, bye.
Exactly. Thank you. Thank you. There is plenty of men out here that is willing to date a single mother, but y'all don't want them. Y'all say they're trash. And then men see how you treat these other men that want you. And they say, I don't want anything to do with that. I mean, even if I were going to give you a chance, I'm not now because you guys are so freaking rude. You guys don't have any shame about trying to embarrass somebody. You get on the app, you talk down on everybody, and then you big yourself up. You pump yourself up like, oh, I'm just the greatest thing in the world. And how dare anybody do anything like that to me? I don't deserve this. And okay, so maybe you ran into a few bad people. Okay, move those people out the way. I'm sure a lot of men have. What are you going to do to get past it? Oh, wait a minute. Be a victim. That's what you're going to do. That's what most modern women are out here doing. Being victims. A man can't be a victim because y'all call him a coward. Y'all call him weak. Y'all call him a bum. So he has no choice but to get up and continue moving on. He can't play the victim. He can't get on this app and start crying about what's going on. Or else not only the women, but the dudes that get in the comments and be like, hey, bro, lock in. You'll be all right. Dust yourself off and get going. But for some reason, these modern women think that they can hang around and just complain and, oh man, I'm hurting so bad. How about I'm hurting so bad, I need somebody to brighten up my day. The guy that I'm talking to, he didn't send me no money. So how about you send me some money? How about you send me some lunch? How about you send me some gifts to make my day better? Entitlement.
60% of single women are open and looking for single dads.
I have enough nieces and nephews though that I could lie about.
Why we like dads? Great question. Glad you asked. They are more stable, more mature, and they're less likely to play games.
All women or just like single women are looking for
60% of single
childless
women are all women.
Oh, okay.
Single women are looking for men with kids because they feel like they are more relatable, more responsible, more committed, more loving.
So they're like
you
married men.
guys are not.
No, they are toxica who love baby mama drama.
Not all men with kids come with baby mama.
All men with kids come with baby mama drama.
So I don't think I get very personal on my social media platforms at all. But I've decided, because this is a topic of conversation that comes up often, I'm going to take you guys through what it's like dating as a single mom. So my favorite question is, so what do you do for fun? Sir, what do I do for fun? I sit in silence in my living room when my son goes with his dad. That's what I do for fun. Because
I get
while I love my child,
we get it.
But when I have him, I hear mama, 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 mama 17,000 times a day. So at any given time when I am alone at home, you would possibly most likely find me sitting on my couch in silence. Also, I feel like I should just have like a calendar ready to hand out as to like my availability. Like, I'm available these days to hang out, because obviously I'm not available every day. I have 50-50. So half the time I'm with a three-nager, because he really is like a three-nager. And the other time, if I'm not sitting on my couch, I may have some time available to hang out with you.
Right.
Oh yeah, but that's if I'm not working, because job, I have one of those.
So I think you can say, well, you can make a joke about it, right? Free time, what's that? But after that, you need to tell people what you do for fun. Like if you're dating, you need to have an answer to that question. What do you like to do? Well, I don't know. I have the kids so much that I don't really get out much anymore. But what I used to like to do was I like to ride go-karts. I like to go axe throwing. I used to like to go to the range and pop a couple caps. Some women like to do that. If I could get a little free time, I might just go. I mean, you have a little free time right now because you're out on the date. So guess what? He's asking, what do you like to do for fun when you don't have your little one? We can go out and do those things. I can plan that around you. So yes, make a date or make a joke about it, but answer the man's question. This is why a lot of modern women are so bad at it, because they don't know how to have a conversation. All they know how to do is just be a victim. Just feel sorry for me. There's a lot of single dads out there and they're going through the same thing. So they got to push through it too. And even if you're not a parent, there's things that you go through that you have to push through. I understand that single parents fight different battles, but everybody has a battle of some sort. So instead of sitting there playing the victim card every single time, it's like, oh man, I'm just really tired. But when I do get some time, I usually like to go out with the girls. We go out to brunch or whatever it is that you do. Please don't be doing anything weird, because men don't like that either. I'm sure, as you wouldn't like a man doing anything weird. But just say something instead of just sitting there like a bump on a log, as my dad used to say. But anyway, that's just my opinion. Until the next video, I'm out.